welcome. It's great to have you on for this first M&A series on IAMX, and obviously, you.
Hi, how is it, Steffi? It's been a while since we've been on an interview, and I'm happy to be here again.
Yeah, fantastic. So just quickly, this is an M&A with Tim Bruckmann, or should I say Tim Brick?
You can choose. Bridge is, my last name. It's Bridgeman in English, Bruckmann in German. And my Twitter handle is Tim Cross Bridge because of that. So that is my Twitter identity.
Okay, fantastic. Tim is the founder and CMO at IAMX, a blockchain-agnostic SSI platform for people to regain control of their digital identity. And today I have 10 questions from Tim that we got from our community. Some they are quite basic, some they are, more inquisitive. And every month we are gonna ask Tim 10 questions about his project, about digital identity. So, we can also raise awareness about how important it is for people to control their own identity and what that means.
Yeah, today we work with data silos, like we have Facebook, we have Google, we have, the whole Meta company and more. Also your banks and people where you say, it's okay, they have my data. But we are beginning with a switch that not the third party should have all your data. You should own it. This is all the foundation we are building on, that everything comes out of your cryptographic wallet. I just call it wallet in the interview now. And I hope you all know this wallet should be your gateway to Web3. And from Web2 to Web3, this is, the missing layer was always the identity. And we are not a fan of building another data silos on blockchain. We are really based on so-called self-sovereign identity, which enables you to own all your credentials, all your paper and plastic world, like documents, driving license, IDs, that should be in your wallet, and you reveal it when Steffi asks you, because she makes business with you, hey, please send over your KYC data or your data. I like to use it. You always choose, okay, I just reveal this part of data. And if you are interacting with a bank, you have to do more data. This is where you are very user-centric, use all your identity and credentials, like all your documents.
That was actually my first question. What is self-sovereign identity? You kind of already answered.
Yes. Yeah, it gives power to the people. Let's say it like this, we are following the blockchain anonymous approach. So everybody on blockchain should be anonymous. Why should I reveal something to the public where I don't know them and I don't like to do it? So self-sovereign identity is the bridge to enable that you really give everything out of your hands just when you like it. And self-sovereign identity is there are very famous people exploring and writing these fundamentals about SSI since 15 years already. And two companies or agencies or foundations are W3C, so the inventor of the internet. They defined what is an URL and stuff like this. And there is the Digital Identity Foundation, DIF, which are also building something interoperable, always user-centric. That is very important. And this is also what we, for our business, take as the fundamentals. So we always build up on this 50 years of exploring. This is very important, that I like to inform people that we are not the inventor, but we work very close with them.
Okay, that's great. Second question. What are the 3 pillars of SSI?
Yes, we have, in our case, for sure, always the DIDs, the decentralized identifier, which you can say these are unique URLs. It's like something as a unique container, always just for you, and you open this container yourself, and you put in the container verifiable credentials, which are like, you have a container to rent cars, perhaps. So you put in your driving license, your ID card, and that's it. So Sixt car rental or any other car rental in the world you can transfer your data Yeah, you go on a website, just to make it very clear for you. You go on a website of a car leasing or renting company. You choose the car, go to the checkout. You click checkout with IAMX, and then the wallet you have in your browser extension or on your mobile phone will be connected with the web page. The web page asks, please, can you deliver this. So we have to know this is Steffi, the last name, when she's born, everything what a car rental company needs nowadays in real world. We will transfer it. The customer will transfer it via his cryptographic wallet, and that's one click. Everything is done. This is, you see what you transfer, and if you say, why are they asking me for my shoe size? Why is the shoe size important for rental car service? So you say, no, I don't like to send my shoe size. And then you can't make business with them because they ask you, we need to go give you a car, we need your shoe size. And you say, I don't agree. So you go to the next car rental service and they don't ask stupid questions and you reveal your data. This was a funny example. But if you go back and say, okay, I have to reveal when I buy a bottle of alcohol. In Europe is most of the time you have to be 18. So if someone asks me, hey, you like to have a bottle of wine, please prove that you are 18. I like to say, yes, I'm 18. I'm older than 18. But I don't like to show my ID card with my address, my name, my birth date. Usually the question is, you have to be 18 to be allowed to drink alcohol. And then, this is called also zero knowledge proof, you reveal always just a yes or a no. That's it. And that helps you, us all the users, to protect your data, that we're not giving our data away without getting paid by Google or whoever, or Instagram. Yeah, a lot of people filling Instagram with nice content, but there's just one guy getting richer and richer. That's the people from Meta. So, and if you think about that, your data has a value, and SSI is covering this value, and you should really be the owner and manager of all your identity and credentials. Third parties, we have the verifiable credentials. We had the DIDs, the decentralized identifier, and we have blockchain. In our case, for IAMX, we are blockchain agnostic, so we can write on 40 ledgers, and we can resolve on, I think it's 10 now, but I'm not exactly right where the IT today is, because we are live and every day a little bit changes. So that are the three pillars of SSI. I hope it's clear. That is very important. To store, because a lot of people will say now, why I should store my personal data on a blockchain? Because the smart people know what I write on blockchain, it's immutable. We can't change it anymore. So there is a problem with this IAMX guy. He will store my personal data on blockchain. That is not good. No, we don't do that. We store no full text. We don't store no data on the blockchain. I have to be a little bit careful because this is our intellectual property, which is not public now. But we have something on the blockchain, which is called a pointer. And this pointer points to where your data is stored. And so if you change something, Steffi gets married and she has another surname, for sure, that has to be changeable. Then there will be just another pointer. Your old pointer will say, okay, this pointer is dead. The new one is the actual one. And he points to your data. And we can store it, these hidden DIDs, then on blockchain in the containers. But by tech, it's not readable. Also not when quantum computers will be here and make blockchain a little bit different.
I think that was a great point that you managed to explain.
Now, people always have to think about blockchain. What is this? Exactly. First of all, it's the slowest and most costful database we have. There's just one good thing: it's immutable, and you can enter it from everywhere in the world. This is something that is distributed ledger, open for everybody. This is nice, but it's slow and costful. So people always have to think. I met a lot of projects who say, we can do this on blockchain, and I always ask there is another solution. Why you need to do it on blockchain? It's slow, it's uncomfortable to code, and so people always have to think blockchain just delivers trust because it's immutable. So if you don't need trust, you don't need a blockchain.
And I think one other point that maybe people, they are not so much into the space, they maybe think, oh, my data is going to be on the blockchain somewhere where somebody else can take the data, but it's actually not, because you have got the key. And that's all the point. So even though they are out there, you are the only one that can unlock that piece of data, because you are the only one with the key. I think that's also an important point to make.
Super important. That's also the discussion actually we see on a lot of blockchains, especially we had it, I'm quite informed about Cardano. There is discussions where should an identity solution should be based, should be layer 1, layer 2, and on no layer, on please don't do another data silo. Then we just copy what Google is doing and use it different. There shouldn't be any data silos anymore. Everything should be controlled out of your wallet. This is very important. And this is for decentralization. This has to be the future, that it's out of your wallet, out of everybody owns wallet, not about out of data silos, which a third party is managing.
Okay, right. Let's get into the other question, because there would be a lot that we are kind of already mentioning. What is IAMX? Give me a short and sweet description.
Okay, so first of all, the name is IAMX should be displayed what we are doing. So if Steffi approached me the first time, she said, okay, I don't know this guy. So, and I don't know Steffi. So we like to be careful how we get in touch. So IAMX. And if you make business with me, you know IAMX. I'm not a bot, but I am still an X for you. You don't have my name, my data, everything. But when I reveal it, then I'm not IAMX, then I am Tim. So this is where the name comes from. And yeah, this is, it's also a nice German band, or I think it was a band from UK or partly UK. It's from Sneaker Pimps. I don't know. It's a nice band. But this came to my mind after we founded this company with this name. On the line, we are compliance. So we deliver compliance solution. So we identify and verify human beings and things. So also in the IoT, Internet of Things, we are able to verify things like NFTs, like does this car belongs to this human being? If you think about going to a filling station in the future, you don't like to perhaps get out of the car because you're reading, it's a self-driven car. So it's always matching. Nobody can enter the car. Nobody can start the car. So the car has an identity and you have an identity, and our tech can match these identities and verifications behind it. And on our long trip, we will deliver identities to people who are not identified. So we have a lot of countries in the world where you don't have identity. Yeah, it's a law from the United Nations. Everybody should have an identity. But today there are billions of people without an identity. And this is on the long run also a target of us to give these people identity and to lift their assets, what they have. Because some people, go to the townships in Cape Town. The people own nothing, but they have 5 square meters of ground in a very, very expensive city. So they have a digital asset. And in my philosophy, the long run, I like to lift this digital asset, for them in a digitally way. So this is the long run. The short run of IAMX is that we deliver compliance for companies and businesses like financial institutions, but also for people who sell ongoing obligations like insurance companies and stuff, and telecommunication companies where you have to show who you are. You have to make a KYC process and know your customer process with these companies, that they can make business with you. Like we have the terror laws for the telecommunication companies. We have the BaFin, SEC or FINMA regulations for everything is with banking and digital assets. And we're delivering this tool. So we have a reusable KYC tool live now, where you can reuse your KYC. So you did it one time. We all know it, what you do when you onboard to a cryptographic, to a DEX or a SEX, more SEX, like a centralized exchange. You have to do a KYC process. You take your ID card,
I thought you said sex.
No, it's a SEX called SC. Yeah, I love both, but the SEX is the one we're working with. Okay, and the SEX has to know who it is because of money laundering. So imagine, I did very often, there's a coin. Where's this coin? Very nice coin. I like to play around with it and buy a little bit. So you have to do a KYC on a very exotic exchange sometimes. And you sit there and then you hear, Papa, we like to go out playing football. You say, okay, God damn this KYC. I don't like it anyway. You go playing football and the bank have one customer less. So how cool would it be for the bank and for you as a client to say, okay, I like to make my KYC one click done? Because this exchange, will they accept the KYC done already by JP Morgan, by Deutsche Bank, by Banco d'Italia? Will they accept? Yes, for sure, because they did a KYC on a very high level. So there is no problem to reuse it. And for you as a client, that's very important that in Europe, not a lot of people know that there is a law that if you say to a bank, I like to have all my personal data you stored because I like to reuse it with another bank. This is law that the bank has to hand out everything to you. So this is because to have no barriers for change, but the banks don't tell you. You are already very free in Europe. I don't know exactly the laws in the US. I think they have the same laws. But I know in Germany, they have to give out all the data that you can go to the next bank. And we just put it in your cryptographic wallet that you just say, okay, KYC, I like to reuse it. Deutsche Bank did with me. I like to onboard with Banco d'Italia. And I click and I'm there. I'm onboarded. So it's a very convenient solution for the user and a very cost decreasing. So the decrease of cost, the costs go down if I can onboard people without always paying, because a KYC is around or starts with, on a good level, starts around €5. And a KYB, know your business. Sometimes, business likes to onboard, or you call it also corporate KYC. That is, you have all the shareholders, everybody has to do a KYC, and this will be combined into the KYB. This even costs much more. So for the banks or for the telecommunication companies, it's very useful to reduce this cost. Especially we are working very closely with telecommunication, because we have another company with the team in like a mobile phone or mobile phone contracts distributor. And there we work very closely together with them. And they have per client a net margin of just €6 per year. So this is not a lot. If you always think, I always paying 20 to 30 euro a month, and you think, how do they make money? Where's this money going? They have so much technology cost because everybody likes to have more gigabyte. It should be faster, but I don't like to pay more. So they have €6. So if I help them already to save KYC's costs and, to incentive the clients with cashback systems or affiliate, which is another part of the IAMX company, then, it makes sense to reuse KYC and KYB data. And that's what IAMX delivered in a compliant way. And we are always, GDPR conform. That was the biggest problem in the past, that no company can solve this. And we solved it. And this is our intellectual property, which will be revealed, I think, in 10 months. Then everybody can look at it. So we protect it till there, that we can make it stronger. So we build always, we polish it. So in 10 months, people, then we have to reveal it by law. But then you see it's GDPR conform, so we don't touch data. I'm born in Germany. If you have data, if you touch data, 1 leg is in prison already. So you don't touch data. You don't like it. Well, yeah. This is how we work. And the KYC data, because it has to be stored somewhere, is stored in Switzerland. It's centralized still. It's stored with KYC Spider AG. It's a company belonging to a lawyer company and to the University of Zurich. And there you can store the data, but the user chooses if he likes to have his KYC reusable, and then it has to be stored as KYC Spider. It's good to have it in Swiss because the jurisdiction is very strong. If you come from UK or from USA or Germany, and you say, okay, I like to have the data of this wallet, they will not give it to you. You have to really make a long way and prove that really Steffi or Tim, they are money launderers, and we know you have the KYC, or this is the wallet we think belongs to them. So it's very tough to get it out of Swiss.
Yeah, okay.
A long answer. Huh?
Yeah, it's a long answer. And then I was going to go into my next question, which was tell us how IAMX Identity Verification Solution works. But I think maybe we can do like a role play here to show how that works.
Yes,
and people
I love role plays.
actually understand how it works. So let's say that I love fashion. I like to buy shoes. Okay. So let's say that I want to buy a pair of shoes on, I don't know, on a Prada website. Okay.
Ooh, Prada, expensive girl.
And they obviously ask me to build a profile, register, then, then you put your card, and then the bank send you a notification. Are you paying for these shoes? And you have to click, there are all kind of like procedure nowadays. They want to verify that is you actually. So how, for instance, IAMX will make this whole experience better, and also for me more how can I say, comfortable than I'm not sharing my data with Prada, because I don't want to get their email, I don't want to be on their database, I don't want them to overwhelm me.
There's one big problem. I think you go in a direction where you always have to go on the level, okay, how is real world business done today? So you found this nice Prada shoes, but you already served in an anonymous mode, incognito mode. So there you are anonymous. You enter the website. The website will ask you, do you agree cookies? Say, no, I don't like cookies. Okay, no agree of cookies. Yeah. Then you find the perfect shoe, a brilliant Prada shoe. You like, I die for the shoe. I need this now. Okay. You buy it, but where should they send it?
To my house, my address.
But they need to know it. They need to know it. So you have to reveal your data. If you don't like to, with our wallet is like, the wallet is in your browser. You serve Prada. Prada, by the way, is now our affiliate program. So you get a little bit cashback buying the shoes there. And the wallet then asks you, yeah, you get a discount. We have a lot of
discount. So
sorry.
No, I'm saying these big brands, they don't even give discounts. So
yes, we get it because we drive a lot of people. We are in a big network, and this network drives a lot of people to Prada and also the other like Louis Via Roma or these high fashion platforms. We have it in our client base. And now, but back to the business. You now buy the shoes, so they need to know where to send it. Now the website will ask you, please reveal the data. And then it's like a form filling. It's not spectacular because that you can do with a lot of other providers. But then the website asks you, okay, the website, Prada in this case, asks you for your name, street number, city, and country. And then you can say, I don't know if I like to give it there. I prefer to be anonymous and go in a shop. You have to reveal your data, because if you don't reveal your data, they don't know where to send it. So this is always, where does anonymity starts and where does it end? But if you go like with the alcohol, then you say just yes or no. Another way would be, because you're logged in already somewhere, that they ask, is your name Steffi? And you say yes or no, the program. Are you living in this city, in this street? Yes or no? This is how we work. Always yes or no. It's called zero knowledge proof, because on the way of your information, nothing can grab it. Because Prada is asking you, or what we implement there, always just yes and no. So finally, they have your data inside, because they need to send you the shoes. They need to send it very secure. They need to insure the shoes sometimes while sending. So your name is super, and your address is super important. You can't stay anonymous.
Okay, I think that was great. So basically, I don't need to reveal my data. They don't need to know who I am. And also I can get some incentive, some discount, right? So which is okay, brilliant. Now that brings to the next question. Why the IAMX token?
The IAMX token is it's a utility token you can use to pay KYCs. Our project, our targets as customer targets is not only B2C, so end users, it's more businesses we targeting. I started already where we're coming from telecommunication, and the KYC they do is quite cost intensive, because there has to be made other checks. Not like, okay, this is Steffi, you can send out the SIM card, No, it's also, does Steffi have a criminal past? We have to do, they will make money laundering checks, or if you're on a blacklist somewhere. So it costs them quite around 16 US dollar, between 12 and 16 US dollar if you go to the post office or you have to do a video ident. This is the two possibilities here in Germany and most of European countries. And there they have to pay with these companies when they do a KYC with us. They have to pay with our IAMX token, because they can buy it in a huge amount and then just pay the KYCs with it. So it's much cheaper for them. For us, the process is much faster because they just store KYC tokens and not like fiat money. They prefer it. And this is the token. People can invest in it. So we have a Cardano ISPO running. So you stake your ADA. This is the Cardano currency, but we are blockchain agnostic, and I'm not at all a Cardano maximalist. I think all crypto maximalists are, like a little bit flat earth society. I think we have to work together, and the world is not a plate, it's round, it's turning, and there are a lot of more blockchains, and everybody makes something really useful. So shake hands, don't be a maxi. So, but we started on Cardano because the funding is very easy with this ISPO calls. You can set up a validator, a pool, and people can stake into the pool. So they give you their ADA, they put it in there, it stays in their wallet, but I have the voting power for it. So I have more chances to mint blocks, to produce blocks on the blockchain. So people put it there and they say, okay, the rewards which I get in ADA for my ADA, I don't like to have these rewards. I prefer to have the IAMX token instead. So we collect the ADA, the rewards of them, we can keep it. We changed it into fiat money. We have to, because we have to pay a little bit in fiat still. And the delegator, it's called the investor delegator, he gets our IAMX token. So now he traded ADA against IAMX token. And we are, I think, in Q3 or 4. I think we are end of Q3, beginning of Q4. We will have a B2B marketplace for just our early investors. We collected around 3 million euros in the beginning, which we still use to build up the company. And with these delegators, which all the owners of IAMX token, they are the first people who can trade their tokens or sell their tokens on the marketplace to our B2B customers. Because in the beginning, we will like to have everything on a DEX or a SEX, because we like to control it for us and for our early investors. The early investors, the people, the ISPO is still open, so people with ADA can still delegate to our IAMX pool. But the early investors, they should have the first movers. They should be the one who profit also first. And end of the year, we will also launch on a centralized exchange to make our project more public and that people can use it.
Nice. So, next question, why you mentioned it, but I think maybe we can say all the reason why you have chosen the Cardano blockchain to launch IAMX.
Yes, so Cardano has a quite unique technique with the extended UTXO. It's a little bit specialized. I don't like to get too technical here, but it's a possibility where you can. The transaction costs are very low. So this is quite important for us. But or to say it different, this one reason. The next reason is the founding mechanism. The founding mechanism of the Cardano stakes pool are so easy. Just what I explained to you with this initial stake pool offering called ISPO, where you just delegate. You have no risk. Your ADA will never be gone. If I close down my pool, all the ADA is in your wallet, so I can't grab it. That's really nice, but I think most of the people know how proof of stake is done. It's completely different than staking on Ether, because there's no locking time. There is every 5 days, that's an epoch. Every 5 days, you get your reward payout. So every 5 days, you get your IAMX token. And we have then delegation center for IAMX where you can look how much you earned, how much ADA it has been. So you have also balance, a little bit gamification. And this was really easy done on Cardano. So this was the reason we are on Cardano. Also, what we see on Cardano, especially Cardano Foundation. The Cardano Foundation has the task to bring life to the ecosystem. So they're approaching businesses and get them in contact with you. For us as a KYC solution, we are very happy that the Cardano people, most of all of them, have a financial job background. So they have been with the SDX, the Swiss Stock Exchange. They work with Deutsche Bank. They work in a lot of banking and insurance companies. So for us, they exactly know what we need. They have the best contacts for us, and we are getting huge support of them. So they're contacting us with a lot of people. They invite us to be together on their trade show booths without paying. We met each other, Steffy, also in Paris, where the Cardano Foundation invited us to the blockchain week in Paris. So this is really nice to say something positive for Cardano, but we also have been in touch with ICP. I know a lot of people don't like this project. I think the tech behind it and how they like to use our KYC is brilliant. There's one guy who has really high knowledge about SSI, so they know what they're doing. We're also in touch with Algorand and Polkadot and with the Ethereum Foundation, and we will roll out our solution quite fast. But now we are focused on the projects in Cardano because they know us quite a long time, and there's trust. There is, we know each other, so integration can be done much faster than because we don't have to explain everything from zero. Yeah. So that's the reason of Cardano. But look at all the blockchains. Yeah, we are not maxi here. That's for me super important because I hate this. Ether is the best. That's the best. That's the best. I don't like that. Build something useful, interact with each other, and that's what we all need. We like to change the world. It should be better for everybody. So shake your hands. Do it together.
Yeah, exactly. Point about interoperability. Are SSI solutions interoperable with any wallet?
No, it's a short answer. It's not interoperable, which already is because there are maxi people doing just like this for Bitcoin, just for Ethereum, making layer solutions. So if you have a layer 1 solution on a blockchain, it just runs there most of the time. But with the DITs, we have, the containers which should be interoperable. We work with with W3C, and our DIT method was accredited by them, so approved by them. We are also founding member of the Open Wallet Foundation, which belongs to the Linux Foundation, and it's all about their open source and interoperability. And this is super important. So if everybody cooks his own soup, we will not have a big, great, nice, modern Web3 ecosystem. Then we will have a lot of different soups. And you don't know even how the soup is tasting because you don't have access there. So for us, and for all people who develop wallets or some important infrastructure solution, they should get in touch with the Open Wallet Foundation. And it's Daniel Goldscheider, a very nice guy in Switzerland, very educated in blockchain. And there's American Express, Visa, ID Union, in a lot of insurance companies. So there are really a lot of big companies, founding members. I think my company is the smallest founding member there, but it gives us a really nice approach to decision makers and other companies, in the big companies. So we can talk with American Express directly. We see that these people know what a wallet is, a cryptographic wallet. And in my mind, a wallet will be as essential as a browser, because the browser, no matter where we are worldwide, they can communicate. They can show us the content. And the wallet should be the same. It should be completely open source, and it should be completely interoperable. And our wallet is not a payment wallet. That's perhaps important to know, because we don't like to get in competition with payment wallets. We like that people use our small identity solution, and via an API, we can work together with every wallet. We could do it with MetaMask, with Cardano, with Polkadot wallets, with all the wallets in the world.
That's brilliant. So it's like a separate wallet, just focus for identity. Now, I think we kind of covered this, but I want to ask it again in case you have got anything to add. Privacy has always been hard to integrate in conventional identity data management system. What I think I wanted to bring up is really how blockchain can help to decentralize identity data and monetize it. We mentioned before about, you shouldn't share or data with another organization if you don't monetize it now, because ideally you want to have control of your data. Is that everything, or there is anything else that you want to add specifically about privacy and monetization of data using blockchain system?
Well, the blockchain gives us a lot of possibilities with learn to earn, make sport to earn, make everything what comes in your mind, educate to earn. This gives us, because blockchain, it's like in the beginning we talked about, it gives you trust. And if I learn and I can prove it, I earn something. I earn good marks in school, which can be points, but it can also be a financial monetarization. So we're in touch with universities where you have to pay as a student to go to university every half year.
Yeah.
So if you're very good in university, the university can deduct the money you have to pay. They can give you a cashback. Say, hey, Steffi, you'll be super fast. Your test is very well always. You have very good marks. Or is it marks or notes? How you say the marks, right?
Yeah, marks. Yeah, marks.
Yes, it's very good. So you're one of the best students. You get a 50% cashback of the fees you had to pay. This is something we explore, and this blockchain can help you. But back to stay anonymous and not to use your personal data. So always look at how is real world is doing it. If I ask you, Steffi, I don't trust you that you're just 28. You look like, I need to know, please show me your ID card. What you do? The ladies get in your handbag, look, okay, here, it's my ID card. You see, I'm really 28. You always take your wallet. For a man, you also hear, okay, here's my wallet. I'm like 47. Here's my age. And how can you do that on blockchain? This is always important. And you say then always, I just show you that I'm 28. I don't show you my exact birth date, and I don't show you my name in this because you just asked me for my age. And to prove this in a different way, in a zero knowledge proof, this is something fantastic, where you can say always yes or no, trust me or not. And the blockchain is there to give you the trust, because we use this or something like blockchain, IPFS or interplanetary file system. You can also store there things which are immutable, but you can overwrite it there. Yeah. So this is, I think, it will change a lot, especially in the social media, where we see now that Instagram is making quite high margins with the content other people put in there. And I think there will be a switch that the people like you make an interview with me. Perhaps you have 100 viewers, and they can say, okay, I like to pay 10 cents for it because I like to support Steffi, that she goes on and she sees that we like it. And on Instagram, this is not possible. But you can, in the blockchain world, like perhaps entertain to earn, that's what you're doing, or educate to earn, that you earn your money on a decentralized base. And this is something fantastic. And this, I can give you money with staying anonymous. And that's something I really love.
Yeah, I completely agree. So 2 questions, right, to finish off. One is about how important are regulation, right, for your project?
Regulations are, so I say it a little bit in a funny way. We love regulations.
Yeah.
Oh, is this nice? All these really rough, tough, not thoughtful regulations which have to be made in the US. Oh, we love it because a lot of money comes to Europe. A lot of technology comes to Europe. But the US doesn't have real regulation. They just say, we have to do this, but there are no real regulations. Why I'm a Swiss company and not a German company, Swiss was very, very early in making regulations around crypto. So I could build up a company with being secure what will happen. This was the first way for me to move to Switzerland. It was not that, come on, you can save some tax. If you earn a lot of money in my world, you have to pay tax. You have to be a little bit social to the place where you live in. But Switzerland and Germany now is very nice regulate, but also some points are often. Swiss was always open for crypto. We just saw that the Signum Bank, one of the first digital asset bank, made a cooperation with Swiss Post Finance. And this is a 140-year-old bank. It's really old, this bank. I think in the States, you don't have even these old banks. And they are open for crypto. Why? Because they know exactly how is the regulation look like? Everybody needs a KYC. Every company needs a corporate KYC or KYB. So we love regulations because that's what we do. We help people to make or to set the regulations into use cases, into code. And having in mind that we follow anonymity, we like anonymity, we like the blockchain philosophy. And I think it's on us and a lot of other projects to see the regulation and make the best weapon for it, to follow it, but to keep the philosophy of blockchain always in mind. And I love decentralization a lot. And I would love to have it here today 100%.
Yeah.
But it's not possible. We need another 20 years. We have to think really, what will be AI? What will it change?
Yeah.
Will regulations just be different because of AI? We opened, this box of the Pandora with AI. What will happen? It's a brave new world for sure, but what will happen? So decentralization will be not here in the next year. It will take a little bit, and I think it's 20 years. So we love regulation. It takes away the Wild West. I like blockchain is here, or crypto blockchain technology is here when my mom and your mom can use it without being scammed.
Yeah, exactly. And that's where regulation is important, because it
Yes.
can cost also mainstream adoption. Now, last question is also kind of like, is interesting, because what's up on Tuesday, Tim?
Sorry, I just have to ring a little bit. On Tuesday, we will meet in London, where the big Financial Time live event is happening with crypto. And we will meet Steffy, we will meet our marketing colleague Julia, we will meet the CEO from KYC Spider. We will have a panel there talking about the regulations with Pavel from the Apex Digital Asset Manager. It's a very big company, Apex FS. We built something for them, which I can't reveal. We will be on the stage also with Florian Volery from Liquid Labs, a lending and borrowing platform built on Cardano, but will also explore multi-chain approaches. It will be Bruno Kellenberger, the CEO from KYC Spider, and it will be my partner, friend, and CEO, Tim Heidfeld, that we on the stage, and I will have a small keynote before it. So we are very excited to meet all the financial institutions there, like Citibank, Deutsche Bank, JP Morgan. There will be a lot of cool, interesting guys who really likes to explore digital asset management. And that is something where we have the tool to make it compliant.
Brilliant. So if you are based in London, come on Tuesday at the office space in town that is around Tower Hill, and then you can meet Tim, all the IAMX team, and many other cool people. And, if you can't, we are going to put lots of nice conversation filming on social media as well. So, you can always stay up to date. And if you have got any question, because I'm going to be running this M&A every month, please get in touch with me. So I have more hard question for Tim every month. And we can answer any kind of concern, any question, any comment that you have got about SSI or the IAMX project.
Grill me. I like to have the questions which are very tough. I'm not a technical guy, but we can also, if you collect some technical questions, we can jump in with our CTO, Dennis. He is a mastermind. He's in crypto since 2009 and was doing already. He is a Bitcoin OG. So ask him. He's a technical guy. He's a CTO from IAMX.
Fantastic. Tim, thank you so much for coming on the show. And thank you everyone for tuning in.
Always great to be here. Thanks a lot for these nice chats we have. Very informative, and it's really nice to talk with you always. See you in London next week.